What's up, y'all? It's me. It's been a little while. Thought it might be time for an update. Now, I know you ain't heard nothing from me for a long time. This might be one of the last videos I make on here for a while. So enjoy. But anybody who was following the story, I feel like you deserve a little closure. Yeah, I'm drinking soda. Yeah. It's Saturday. I just hit my last workout for the week. I hit every workout scheduled this week, so I reward myself with a little bit of sushi. You know what I mean? Sushi on Saturdays. Yeah, that's right. So, I'm going to enjoy this a little bit, get it set up, and we're going to talk. Now, I'm pretty excited. About 2 weeks ago, I hit 1 year, right? 1 year sobriety, no drugs, no alcohol, nothing. You know what I mean? It's a big deal for me. Y'all remember when I was 1 month, 3 months, 6 months? If you want to go back and see it, you can find it. You know, if you're wondering if that might be a good thing for you to try, why don't you go back and compare me 6 months ago, a year ago, even back when I was still getting fucked up, to now, okay? Compare it. Compare, contrast, see what you think. I'm the heaviest I've ever been, right? I'm heavier now than back when I was doing steroids. I was doing so many that I fucked my shit up, man. My system was probably a little stressed out. I wasn't eating. I wasn't sleeping right. So guess what? You're not going to grow if you're not eating and you're not sleeping right. So even though I don't have anywhere near as many anabolics in my system, right? I might be a little less lean. Might be a little less freaky. But I'm much bigger and much stronger than I've ever been because I'm eating and sleeping more than I ever have. You know, maybe I'm making up for years getting high and in a state of fight or flight, but I sleep for 8 to 10 hours every single night. I really do. But I want to give an update to anybody who's wondering, anybody who follows the journey, wants a little bit of closure, right? So that's what I'm doing. A year later, I feel what you could call normal. I feel like myself. I feel calm. I don't get anxious. I don't get angry any more than a normal person probably should, right? I'm myself. I'm who I'm supposed to be. I'm in control. I have regret for bad decisions I've made. I feel pride in the good decisions I've made, right? Very important. So those of you who are wondering, what am I doing now? Well, every single day, I'm mashing with a passion for my ration on these potato-headed bitches. You feel me? Metaphorically speaking. I don't break any laws. All right? That means I use the spirit of playerism to get after it. The way I focus on my music, the way I interact with people. You know, most people probably do a little shave, a little shower, a little haircut right before hopping on camera. But in all honesty, I just felt like hopping on now, so I hopped on. It's right after a workout. I'm about to shower. I'm about to shave. I got a haircut tomorrow, right? So this isn't even the most polished version of me that you could see. I'm still on my game, though. I'm feeling good. You know, if anybody's wondering, yeah, it's worth it. Quit the drugs, quit the alcohol. Your life's going to be better off. You know what I mean? From all the big things, like how you really feel, to all the small things. Like if your cat feels safe around you, right? Now, I've never abused my animal in my life. I would never do that. I love my cat. I always have. Even when I was getting real fucked up. But I noticed something about the look in my eye, the way I move now. My cat has grown closer to me. Trusts me more. Cuddles with me more. Right? Things like that. Which that means a lot to me. That's my boy. That's my man. So that's one of the biggest wins you could ask for. You know? I've inspired some people around me. I'm not going to name names, but there's people close to me that I care about who they stopped smoking weed because they saw how good it was for me. They stopped drinking alcohol because they saw how good it was for me. Right? They're in the gym working out harder because they see how good it is for me. That means more to me than I can describe. But we'll cut to the chase. I'm no longer personal training people. I think in my state of sobriety, I was a great trainer, even back in the day when I was smoking weed and doing steroids. Nobody I ever trained did steroids. I never helped anybody do that. I helped some people get in the best shape of their life, physically and mentally dial in. And there were some things that I was doing where I was like, this may be hypocritical. Don't do what I'm doing. It's not going to help you, right? And they listen. So I'm very grateful for that. There's still a couple people I have under my wing who I used to train, who if they come to me with questions, I got answers for them. I tell them whatever I think. You know what I mean? But my number one focus, because I did a lot of self-reflection, introspection, right? I want to make music. I want to be a musician. I want to make music. And traditionally in the past, I made black metal under the name Elwar, E-L-W-A-R. If you look it up, it's all up there. I'll never take it down. That's all the music I made during a time when I was very angry, probably in a lot of pain, right? I put a lot into that, and it was a wonderful cathartic release for me. And I'll always value that music in that time period. You know, it was a real part of the journey for me. I love black metal. It's got a special place by my heart forever. But I noticed that now that I've reached a state of sobriety, some tranquility, some calmness in my life, I don't really want to scream every day. Right? Even speaking loud enough for the camera to pick me up, I have to push a little bit. My cats are fucking around in the background. That's all right, though. She just knocked a bag off the counter. You know how cats go. You put something on the counter, they might knock it off. But if you're a man that has accountability and ownership, you don't blame the cat. You shouldn't have put it on the damn counter. Right? Keep an eye on it. Y'all are good. You good? But, see, I'm making music now. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun with it. I'm producing. I'm mixing. I'm mastering. I'm rapping. I'm doing the things that I like to do because I love to listen to it. You know, I love rhythm. I love poetry. I've been listening to rap since I was 12 years old, listening to 3 6 Mafia. You know? And it bums me out a little bit because some of my friends from back then, they don't listen to rap anymore. They don't, you know, maybe they grew up, maybe they switched up. Call it what you want, right? But I didn't really change. I may have matured, I may have evolved, but I still like what I always liked, man. I still like the same 3 6 Mafia songs I liked back then, and I like a lot of new shit too. But my rap name, if you want to keep up with my music, because that's where I'm going to be focused from now on, is Nightside. Nights 11 right? Instead of the I. So it's night, spelled normal, Night S11DE. That's how you can find my music anywhere. I'll go to my music page, I'll comment on this video, and I'll pin that comment so you can have an easy time finding that page and that music. If you want to keep up with my music, that's where I'm focused now. I release a new song every single Tuesday, religiously, without fail. Sometimes I release extra music if I work with a friend or if I do a little something extra. But every Tuesday, I release a new song, religiously. I do my best to post about it on Instagram. Got a little TikTok going. You know what I mean? I was never really on there as a user, but, you know, you got to be the hammer, not the nail. So I want to promote my music. It's a wonderful platform. I think something like 80% of Instagram users have their sound off. How are you going to promote music to people that have their sound off, right? Most people on TikTok have their sound on. That right there explains why it's a better platform for musicians, something like Instagram. So, Nightside, Nights S11DE, right? That's where I'm releasing music now. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I just got started releasing songs maybe a month or two ago. You know, and they're going to come out every single week without fail. I'm going to learn as I go. You know, I'm going to repeat imperfect actions until I get a perfect result. You know, you got to have a plan, right? If you fail to plan, then you do plan to fail. But at the end of the day, you got to get started. You know, if you wait till it's perfect, you'll never start. Excuse me, I think that's very important. So at the end of the day, that's what I'm doing now. I'm enjoying it. You know, I appreciate everybody that watched any of my videos and supported the sobriety journey. Making a vlog or a video every single day was something that really helped me, especially early on in the sobriety process. When I had all this new energy, I didn't know what to do with it. All the time I spent getting high, that time freed up. All the energy that I spent sitting around high, that time freed up. So I had all this fresh time and energy to put into things. So I put it into music. I spent time with my family. You know, I focus on the things that are important. I exercise. I eat right. I do what I got to do to reach my goals. And I'm very proud of where it's going. You know, I'll be honest with y'all. About 3 weeks ago now, I almost tore my hamstring in the gym. It was close. I'm very grateful that I didn't. If I was still ripping steroids, I probably would have tore that motherfucker. Because whenever you get an injury on steroids, it's an injury on steroids because you're going so hard. And you're pushing the body so hard. So that's already a blessing in disguise for me being sober. You know, what was maybe a 2-3 week recovery now, I could have been out for 6 months and needed surgery, right? Could have tore it clean off the bone. So I'm very grateful for where I'm at now, enjoying the progress. You being patient, you know, taking things slow. Slow motion is better than no motion. And, you know, if you keep getting a sports car, then you keep crashing that motherfucker, maybe you got to slow down a little bit. You know what I mean? Maybe you're better off in a Benz, not that they're slow. Maybe you're better off in a Rolls, right, than a McLaren. You feel me? So you got to think about it. The cats are running around. You got to focus, though. You got to know what you're doing. So I try to slow things down a little bit, get a little farther in the end, right? Because when I was younger, getting high, getting fucked up, I would move real fast and then I'd crash. I'd move real fast and then I'd crash. So now I'm taking one step at a time, one song a week. You know, one of my favorite quotes in the world, Young Thug has a video where he says, if you want to have to stop starting over, stop giving up. So I may be 31 years old. I may have wasted, quote unquote, a lot of time getting high and fucking around. But I'm very grateful for the lessons I learned, my second chance. And the way I look at it, my glass isn't half full, it's fully full. It's overflowing. You know what I mean? I'm only 31, right? That's young as shit if you know the span of things. People live to 70, 80. So I'm working, I'm doing what I do. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I felt like I owed everybody an update, you know? And that's where I'm at now. So check the comments for my music. And you got any questions for me, I'll go ahead and answer it. There's a lot of people who reached out to me who wanted to get sober or who were getting sober on day 1, week 2, whatever it may be, you know, relapsing. Feel free to hit me up. I don't have all the answers, but I can help you. I can be there for you so you're not feeling alone, you know, because I know it's not a lot of fun. But if I could do it, anybody could do it, you know. A lot of people act like they're better than people or worse than people. I'm no better or worse than anybody. I'm just doing what I do. So, you know how it goes. Be safe. Stay dangerous. The era of Andrew Prometheus is over. And now the sun's gone down. It's time for night side. Enjoy.